Yes, indeed, you do have to do something.
In this vein, so I'm actually not even that bothered by it. Really, the weakest thing about this track is the tune, because the production is pretty fire. The song Bandito, even though I do like lyrically what the track is doing, and the very pretty, airy instrumental finish, there are some points, especially in the first leg, that do get a bit drab. And the closer on the album, even though it does a good job of bringing things back to the Clancy, Dima narrative they set out for this record, I do wish it was a bigger finish and was a little bit less of a cliffhanger. Because it's like I'm being given a to be continued for a story that didn't really get that strong of a start to begin with. Still, all that being said though, I love the number of songs to come after the halfway point of this LP. Pet Cheetah is great, a track that very much seems to be a meditation on fame, fans, and Tyler's creative process, with multiple musical and instrumental shifts across the song which are super creative. The song Hype sounds instrumentally unique compared to every other song here because it feels like a 90s Britpop throwback to me. It's like a futuristic Oasis song. I also kind of dig how Tyler is lyrically getting into his mental demons and talking about his ability to get through them has very much to do with his friends, his support system, the people who are around him, which I think is kind of an important takeaway for a lot of people who get a lot of emotional catharsis out of 21 Pilots music. And as long as we're talking about throwing it back to the 90s, let's discuss the song Legend, which for whatever reason, there are a few spots where the vocal melody resembles very much that of the hook on Everclear's I'll Buy You a New Life. I will buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. I also like stylistically how he's pulling together very tastefully some elements of soul and pop and rock music. And one of the most standout songs topically on the entire record has to be Neon Gravestones, a track that's essentially about the glorification of an early death or suicide, with Tyler waxing poetic on how he could boost his image and his popularity.
This is like windy
he killed himself. And this song is not just some kind of outside bitter critique, but also an attempt by Tyler to filter through his own suicidal thoughts as well, telling listeners that if he succumbs to these desires, if he loses to himself, to not mourn him and just move on. So, yeah, surprisingly